Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be something a little bit different. To start the new year, I wanted to make a motivational video. I've gotten a lot of messages and comments this year about how my vlogs and my videos help motivate you guys to be more productive and work harder. And every time I see those comments and messages, I get so happy. Today I'm gonna be talking about how to reach your goals in 2024. In 2023, I was able to reach all of the goals that I had for the year. So I wanted to share some of my ways that helped me reach them. Before I start, I wanted to do a little recap of 2023 and what happened to me this year. If you guys watch my vlogs, you guys probably already know everything. But in the beginning of the year, I was working in my little cute studio in New York City. It was just me and it was a very small room. To be honest, I knew it wasn't good for the long term just because it was very tiring, just me handling everything. Although I did like some aspects of working alone, like scheduling my own time and not having to care about work on my days off. I knew that I wanted to go bigger and open my salon sometime soon. I just didn't know when. And around March, I started looking for bigger salon spaces. And in April, I actually found a place. The interior was really not my style and it wasn't very clean looking. It just had a lot of work to do, but I liked the location and the rent was within my budget and it was a good place to start out. It wasn't like a huge salon. So I decided to rent the place out and then I got started with renovation, and just within 1 month, I opened Crystal Nail. We opened on May 5th. It was rough in the beginning, but now it's starting to settle down, and ever since we opened, I've been just working there. And around the time I opened my salon, I also moved out from my parents' house, and then end of September I moved to New York City, which I wouldn't say was one of my goals, but I still think of it as an achievement because it's not easy to live in such an expensive city, and I would have never thought that I would be living here. And that is all that happened this year. Now I want to get to the main thing, and that is manifesting. Last summer, I discovered a TikTok which talked about moon water. And at first, I did not believe in manifesting or moon water or any of those things, but I still decided to give it a try because why not? It doesn't hurt to try, and I was so desperate in reaching my goals. After I discovered that TikTok, I got more into manifesting and just trying to figure out how it works. I remember I had 3 clients that day, and sometimes during my sessions I would talk to them and I asked all 3 of them what their thoughts were on manifesting, and they told me so many stories of them and their families, how they manifested and how it works. Obviously I was convinced, like all 3 of them were like, yeah, I manifest and my family manifests and it works for them all the time. They told me these crazy stories and I was just like, okay, this is my sign, I'm gonna start manifesting. So that day I actually started with the moon water, where you put out water bottles underneath the moon and it becomes moon water and you drink it and you manifest and it works. So that's what I did. I'm not saying you have to do the moon water thing, but that's just what I did to start this manifesting journey. And after that, I started my manifest journal. Here is my manifesting journal. It's really cute, but I think journaling in general is just a good way to keep yourself together and also writing down your thoughts. But I started off by writing my overall manifest for the year. So in the beginning of this year, I wrote down opening a nail salon in New York City, 100K on YouTube, and also goals for my social media, as in like numbers. Also my goals as of income. And for this one specifically, I can say that it was out of my reach. It was actually more than triple the number of what I was making at the time. So I actually still cannot believe that I reached this. And also I wrote moving out and also my spending goals and saving goals and just everything. So you can write down literally anything. If you're in school, you just write down your school goals, or if you're working a corporate job, like you can write down your goals as of career-wise. Also, it doesn't even have to be all about career. It can be about yourself or family or just anything. And then I started writing down realistic goals for the short term. So short term meaning anything within the week or the month, just any random ones too, not specifically related to my year goals. I remember I was going through a surgery and I just wrote that my surgery will heal well, but I only did it 1 to 3 times times a week. I think the more you do, the more you think about it, but I would just do it whenever I remembered. And I just wrote so many. It also helped me mentally as well, writing down short-term goals, because whatever I was going through at the moment, I wrote down, and it helped me kind of like get back on track and rethink about what I had to focus on. Also, there are other ways of manifesting. I've seen people make mood boards, which I actually want to do for 2024. And I've also seen people repeating their manifests every morning. I've seen people writing down their manifest and leaving it under their pillows. It's just basically reminding yourself constantly about what you need to achieve and what you want. And by repeating these manifestations, you're unconsciously working towards that goal. Now, after you manifest and after you figure out what you want to achieve, the next step is building a routine and setting a schedule. I know some people who love setting schedules like me. I love figuring out what I'm gonna do for today, tomorrow, the next month, the next few months. Like, I love having a schedule, but I know for some others it can be a little hard. But I think overall, setting up a schedule, especially for work or school, is just the best way to be on track. Even though morning and night routines can change a little bit, I always have certain things in my routine that I have to do every day, which is making my bed. I remember there was this one day my mom told me that I will never be rich if I didn't make my bed, and ever since she said that, it is crazy. I started making my bed like every single day, and before that I would never make my bed. Also, I wouldn't say this is a routine, but I like to keep my space tidy because it helps me have a clear mind so I can think about other things instead of my messy space. And another thing is having a checklist every single day. So I never have a day where I have nothing on my checklist, even if it's going grocery shopping or even if it's cleaning, vacuuming, just doing my laundry or anything. I always have a checklist, also because I'm a very forgetful person, but it also helps me do everything that I need to do throughout the day. Even though sometimes I can't finish everything on my checklist, I still like to have it and then move it over to the next day. And also, I have schedules for the month. I use Notion. I think Notion is a great platform for everything in your life, basically. I just like to use it for scheduling, but I know a lot of people use it for like meal planning and other things. And now I will do a little Notion tour. Even though it's not much, I still want to show you how I schedule in Notion. Now, step 3 is treating yourself after achieving something. I feel like this is something I actually need to work on. I do firmly believe in treating myself, but sometimes I am too hard on myself. Whenever people compliment me like, oh, you're so amazing, I'm just like, no, I need to do better. This is like not even where I want to be. But I think I need to learn how to take a step back and just appreciate myself for all of the hard work that I put in, like treating yourself to a spa day or taking a day off. And I think doing this will prevent burnouts as well, which I have experienced this year. Now, for step 4 is to stay confident and never be discouraged. And this is also something I need to work on. Even though I try to stay motivated, sometimes I would get discouraged if I didn't see results. And in those cases, you just need to think, is this goal too out of reach? Or is there a better way to reach this goal than how I'm trying right now? You can always modify your ways of reaching your goal. You don't have to stick to the same routine if it's not working for you. But I think believing in yourself and staying confident is so important. Also, remember that everyone has a different pace. So just because the people around you are doing so much better, that does not mean that you're not doing well. It's really difficult not to feel that way, but I try to actually surround myself with people that are doing well and better than me so that I can be motivated and try to think that I can do the same. Which brings me to the next step, which is fake it till you make it. I live by this phrase. It doesn't matter what people say. You can be as fake as you want. I think living like and acting like who you want to be actually turns you into them. You start acting like them, you start living like them, you start being them. It doesn't have to be like a figure or someone. It can just be like an ideal version of yourself. Before ending this video, I just want to say that these are just my ways. So there are so many other ways and so many other things you can do. Obviously, I do have more things I want to work on in 2024. And so in my next video, I'm going to be talking about my new goals for 2024 and manifesting for them and making a mood board and all this good stuff. So stay tuned for that. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I really hope the best for everyone in 2024. Bye!